Hey Hoopheads, Brad here with another breakdown, and today I want to talk about the Raptors defense and their 118-101 win over the Suns. In this game, the Raptors were led by Pascal Siakam's 37 points on 12 of 19 shooting, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 3 blocks with that. 6 other guys scored in double figures, and OG and Boucher each had 4 blocks. After this game, the Raptors are sporting the number 2 defense in the league with a defensive rating of 104.9. Let's get into it. This is the very first play of the game, and as Fred applies pressure at the top, you can see Siakam shading off of Devin Booker here a little bit in help position. And as Rubio starts to drive, Siakam has his head turned a little bit. Booker's going to take the opportunity to cut down to the corner, but check out this recovery by Siakam. He covers a lot of ground and contests the shot in a way where there's no chance of getting a foul, and he's actually able to get a piece of it and block it. And here the Suns on a 4-on-2 fast break. They should get a bucket, but they don't, and that's because of Serge Ibaka. Check out how he loads up like he's going to go up for a huge block, and then he doesn't jump at all, doesn't give him any contact, just gets straight up vertical, backs off from the contact. Oubre was anticipating it a little bit. That throws him off. He misses the layup, but Ayton collects it and gives it back to Oubre, who tries to attack the basket, but Serge is there with the monster block. Puts Oubre on his backside. Great rim protection from Serge there on back-to-back shots. Here as Booker evades Siakam with the behind the back dribble. Check out how Serge goes over to try to contain him, but now Ayton's potentially open on the dive to the hoop, so OG comes over and tags him around the free throw line. Booker throws the cross-court pass to Oubre, and Lowry does a great job of covering a lot of ground on the closeout. And as Oubre drives, check out how he has 0 passing angles right here. Nice positioning by the Raptors, and as Oubre jumps and tries to drop off the pass to Ayton, Siakam's able to poke it away. Lowry's there pressuring, that's going to go out of bounds. And on this one, as Oubre gets the ball, check out Lowry with the maniacal ball pressure. Really active hands, trying to make the entry pass difficult. Then as Ayton does get the ball, Serge comes over immediately with the double team on the catch. Ayton kicks it to the opposite elbow, and nice footwork by Fred here to stay in front of his man and turn him back towards the middle. And then Serge is still in help position while this is going on. He's able to get into the passing lane, deflect the ball. That's going to be a turnover. The Raptors get out and running, and Lowry finds Serge for the slam. Here, Fred is pressuring up a lot, so instead of waiting for the screen, Devin Booker decides to go early. Fred does a really nice job of staying with him step for step, and check out Siakam and Serge coming over to trap Booker. And meanwhile, Bridges is going to cut towards the basket to occupy OG. That's going to leave Oubre open in the corner. But check out this closeout from OG, all the way from a foot in the paint to get out and block the three-point attempt. Great hustle, great effort, unbelievable. And on this play, as Akobo comes off the screening action, check out Boucher in help position. And as Akobo drives, Boucher does a nice job of avoiding reaching in. The pass goes to the corner, then up to the elbow, and Boucher gets out for the block Quebecois. Dario Saric, tall, not used to getting his shot blocked at the three-point line, but Boucher can cover a lot of ground and get way up. And that block was great, but this was a play I was even more excited about. As Rubio drives, he's going to collapse the whole defense. He passes it to the opposite corner, then back out to the top. And check out this closeout by Boucher. Under control, low in his stance, doesn't go for the pump fake, maybe the first time that's ever happened. And now Dario Saric is a driver. He's going to end up shooting a floater, and that's a much better result for the defense. And now as Saric gets the ball here, let's check the screening action under the basket. Javon Carter is going to set a screen so that Ayton can get good post position. But check out the way Lowry hangs behind Carter and bumps Ayton a little bit so he can't get into position until Rondae is able to fight through the screen. And then he hangs around in the paint a little bit as Rondae fronts Ayton to prevent that pass over the top. Eventually Ayton gets the ball, but he's a step farther away from the basket than he probably would like to be. He ends up kicking it out to Carter with the shot clock running down. Lowry with a nice closeout, stays in front of him, contains him, pressures them, contests the shot. A really great possession from the Raptors. Unfortunately, they give up the offensive board, which eventually is going to lead to a basket. Here, as Javon Carter gets the ball, he wants to pass it to Ayton, but Rondae is doing a really nice job of fronting him. So Carter passes it to Saric instead. He's looking for the pass over the top. Rondae still fronting, and Chris Boucher with the great active hands, using every inch of his length. And here, as Boucher and Rondae switch this first screen, Boucher does a nice job of forcing Ayton to catch it in pretty high post position. Ayton turns and faces up and tries to drive to the right on him, but Boucher, using his length once again, able to block the shot. Solid post defense there. And now the Suns are going to swing it to Booker with Rondae on him. And as Bridges clears out here, check out the way OG stays in position to prevent this drive to the middle. Booker has to take him baseline instead, and as he does, Serge rotates off of Ayton with the great help. And at the same time, Terrence Davis slides over to help out on Ayton. Ayton ends up losing the ball, and that's going to be a turnover here. And here, as Booker comes off the Ayton screen, check out how Serge stays in front of him, just containing him until OG can get back into position. OG does a nice job of not fouling, doesn't go for the pump fake, able to get up and block this shot. and now the Raptors are out and running. The Suns have no choice but to foul. Nice work there by OG to block that shot. And now a little miscommunication here between Siakam and Serge on the screen. That means Serge is just a little bit late getting out to contest this shot. And at the same time, Siakam misses the box out as Ayton goes to the hoop. But luckily, OG is there on the back line to block yet another shot. And that's a luxury when you've got a wing defender the size of OG who can protect the rim as well. And on this play, as Booker comes off the double screen, Serge is going to have to come over to help. That means Siakam has to slide over to prevent the dive to the basket on Ayton. That's going to leave Saric open, but as the pass goes to Saric, Siakam does a nice job of getting out to him, getting up. He blocks the three-point attempt again. Siakam has the most contested threes in the league. And now as Ayton tries to get post position under the basket, Serge does a really nice job of fronting him and preventing the pass. Rubio winds up trying to attack Fred off the dribble again, and Fred with the nice work to get up and contest the layup attempt. And now as Oubre gets the ball and OG closes out, he has nice hands to poke the ball away, gets back into position, and then just incredible defensive footwork and containment. And his ability to change direction is unreal on defense. That's one of the things that makes him an all-defense player in my mind. And now a couple nice fast break stops as Rondae gets up to contest this fadeaway. Rubio knows he can't get it off. He comes down with the ball. That's going to be a travel. And then Lowry taking a charge as only Lowry can do. Second in the league in charges taken, even though he's missed a bunch of games. And then the Raptors switch this first screen, so Fred is on Devin Booker. And Booker wants to go at Rondae, so he calls for Aaron Baines to come up and set the screen. And as Booker attacks, Rondae does a really nice job of moving his feet and avoiding the foul while still contesting the layup. That's great work. And then on the offensive rebound, Rondae's able to rip it away as well. And here as Jerome comes off the screen, check out how the Raptors load up on the strong side to prevent this pass to the corner or to Saric. He goes to the opposite corner instead. And as Rondae closes out, Johnson is going to attack. So check out Fred come all the way across the key to cut him off. And at the same time, Terrence Davis rotates all the way from the top of the key to the far corner. And as Fred deflects the pass, Terrence Davis gets there just in time to scoop it up. That's going to be a turnover. Great rotations. The Suns had a pretty big comeback in the third and fourth quarter, and a big part of that was the Raptors had 22 turnovers in this game, 15 of those in the second half. And turnovers tend to lead to easy baskets and fouls, so that was obviously a problem. The other problem was Serge Ibaka getting, I think, 4 fouls in the third quarter, and they were mostly ticky-tack fouls, but they were pretty deserved in my opinion. And the Raptors just took their foot off the gas a little bit too, which is understandable when you have a big lead. But like here, Siakam rotates onto Booker as he drives, then OG goes out to the corner, and then as that man drives, Siakam is just a second late stepping up. If he just goes a little bit earlier, that shot goes away. And on this play, Terrence Davis is anticipating the screen coming, but the Suns man slips it, and he gets an open layup. And then a miscommunication here on the Spain pick and roll. You can see Lowry telling Siakam to switch out. Siakam doesn't go, so Lowry has to stay with Baines for a second and then try to get out to his man. That's going to be a three-pointer. And then at the end of the third quarter, as the Suns are trying to kill the clock, Lowry gets up to pressure, which I like, but he's reaching, which I don't like. He ends up getting called for a foul. And those are all the sorts of things that let teams back into games, but the Raptors were able to hold on. And here again, Ayton sets a screen on the ball, and then as he cuts to the basket, the Suns are going to set a screen on Ayton's man. The ball goes back to the top, and then Davis with some good containment. Ayton gets the ball. Rondae with good positioning. He's able to draw the offensive foul on Ayton. And now as Johnson throws the entry pass to Ayton, Dario Saric is going to cut up, and you'll see Boucher start to go with him, but as the pass is thrown, he goes down to help out. He hits him with the block Quebecois, but because he's a little skinny, he just bounces off of Ayton. Ayton collects the ball and is able to put it back in. And now you see Terrence Davis pressuring up on Ty Jerome. Jerome tries to drive to the right, and Terrence Davis does a nice job of staying with him. And as Jerome throws the pass to the corner, check out where Chris Boucher is, but he gives another amazing closeout, going all the way from under the basket out to the corner, gets up for the monster block. And now OG pressuring Cam Johnson with the ball, nice and low in his stance, ready for anything. Meanwhile, under the basket, Devin Booker's going to set a screen for DeAndre Ayton. And we see Lowry do what he did earlier, where he steps in front of Ayton and prevents him from getting open until Rondae can come around the screen. OG with the monster pressure, able to deflect the pass. Ayton catches it in the corner. And he actually makes a really nice move here to drive in and put it up with the shot clock running out, but good initial defense by the Raptors. And now the Suns are going to work it to Devin Booker. Lowry gets right up into him, taking up all of his space. The pass goes to Ayton inside, and as he goes to work on Rondae with the nice hands to get the strip as Ayton goes up. Great work to prevent the easy basket. And now with Ibaka back in the game, Ayton's going to get it around the top. And as Booker comes off of the handoff, check out the way Siakam slides off of his man to cut off Booker's drive. Booker drops the shovel pass, but Siakam is able to recover and get up and get this block. And that is just such a quick second jump from Siakam. First the help, then the block. Unreal. And now you see the difference that Serge's size makes as Ayton tries to get post position on him. Serge just won't give it up, pokes the ball out of bounds. Great tenacity. And now again, Ayton trying to drive on Serge, and Serge just does a nice job of moving his feet, keeping his body between Ayton and the basket, gets up, gets vertical, and the Suns are starting to run out of time now. And on this play, Fred is sagging off of Rubio, knows they want to get the ball to Devin Booker. He's just able to intercept this pass perfectly, and now the Raptors are out, taking it the other way. OG finds Siakam for the dunk, and that's going to do it. The Raptors win the game by 17 to go to 41-15 on the season, keeping a hold of that second seed in the East, and hopefully they can hold off the Celtics as they continue to surge. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you thought of the Raptors defense in the comments.